And welcome to this edition of Utah Business Matters, your weekly television window to small business here in the state of Utah. And we begin today with too many legs. And that's a very good thing, especially if you're looking for quality animation.
Actually, one of the first earliest memories I have of drawing is of Jim Davis's Garfield. There's something about the old cartoons and comic strips that became enamored.
Picked up a book called How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way when I was about 12 or 13, and wow, that really inspired me.
I'd always been in love with animation, but seeing these sequential stories being infused with personalities that I believed existed on these pages. I read one balloon and I completely believed that was who was saying it.
I do remember in junior high I was drawing for my friends' book reports. They got an extra credit if they had an illustration with it, and they'd pay me 50 cents to $1 or something just to draw something up. My dad, for a job, moved us from Arkansas to Provo. We moved next door to a Disney storyboard artist. And so I grabbed my stack of drawings and I went and knocked on his door. And he was really impressed with what I was doing at 16.
I started realizing about mid-time in the career that I had all the knowledge that it took to run a business, about what it took to focus on all the stuff you have to do legally versus all the stuff you have to do professionally, the deadlines, the deliverables, but the networking was kind of behind it already. My wife had a dream in the night and told me that I should change my company name to Too Many Legs based on some previous in-family jokes. And I approached John, and John and I had a really good synergy.
We are definitely a yin and yang. The first day I met Ian, we hit it off right away.
If you're really good at networking and making your connections and love meeting people, and I love creating the work and meeting and working with people in-house, it just seemed like a natural fit.
We worked very well together. He's great at making sure the deadlines get met and making sure the quality and the style gets met on whatever we come up with. And he hates networking. He hates getting out there and finding the business. I love getting out and shaking hands and meeting people and talking about their businesses and how our animations can help them tell their story.
But John and I, when we jumped out, it was us. It was us on the pavement. We'd both been in the industry for a while, a little bit before then, so we'd already kind of proven ourselves. It was just a matter of now reintroducing ourselves. And literally at that point in our careers, we decided that we had nothing to lose. We had everything to gain. I mean, a year ago, John was making phone calls like crazy, driving all over the valley, and I was sitting in a warehouse until 4 o'clock in the morning with mice running around my feet while I was drawing for murals and animating segments for insurance videos.
And what I love about Ian is he's a great idea guy. I can sit down with him and a client, and the ideas that comes out of his head are just amazing.
It was just apparent, we need to be downtown. We have to be downtown Salt Lake City. Your business can only grow as big as the fishbowl you put it in. If we focused ourselves on just saying that we just do animation, and we put animation in the company name, then people who look for animation will find us. People don't read the internet anymore, they watch it.
I can sit and sketch out an idea with a client in 5 to 10 seconds for a brochure or some kind of layout or web design that I don't have to go to the office and spend 2-3 hours on getting the idea out. I can sit and sketch it. And they say, that's exactly what I want. I'd rather spend 8 hours a day finding the jobs and bringing them in than to sit and draw anymore. I still love drawing, but I love being responsible for my team.
But animation is, what we define it as, is anything on screen moving that isn't living, which covers a pretty broad spectrum. We're excited to bring things to life, but not just characters and people, but elements, visual effects, transitions.
We found out real quick that we can't do it all. So one great thing we did was bring in great employees.
We want to employ as many Utahns as possible because the talent is here.
We can all do various things that not everyone can do, and we're able to do them fast, and we're able to do them with really high quality.
And I love going up and watching our animators work. They're just great.
We can put out things now in a week that probably would have taken a couple months to do before. One day we'll be working on motion graphics for a movie or something like that, and then the next day we'll be animating characters.
I can't do all the work myself, John can't do all the work ourselves. We need somebody in-house that we can grow and nurture. That developed into 2 people, and that developed into 4 people, and next thing you know, we've got 10 people.
Disney better look out, that's what I'm saying.
We are working on a couple feature films. We have some experience doing an animated feature short and a movie feature short. We have done visual effects, animation for corporate videos galore. We've done animated series, DVDs, videos.
I will be hitting LA and New York with our work and showing the quality that can be produced here in Utah, and then letting them know that they can save probably 30% on what they're spending in LA, if not more, and still get the same quality.
And with that crest of those feature films comes a plethora of brand new opportunities and incredible new monsters to bring to life, and dire moments to emphasize. We love it. We love it all. Anything that, and animation is one other way to transcend or translate information that can be very complex, and make it a simple idea so that people understand who you are, what you're trying to achieve. We're very hands-on. We're very personal. When you come to Too Many Legs, we are the talent. We aren't an agency. You come here. You can come here anytime, day or night, pretty much day or night, and ask us to pull up your file and where it is and what's happening with it, where your animation is, where your corporate video is, where your slate is, and we can show you right there. You don't have to go through a network of people. We want to expand that personal touch of one-on-one integration.
I've done 27 feature films now as a storyboard artist. I can't read a script or a book without everything playing out in my head exactly how I'd storyboard it. I've done about 40 children's books now, a lot of them videos and things like that. Coloring books, activity books, and I do find a lot of joy in doing those.
Our big dream is to absolutely achieve intellectual properties, or also contribute. You don't go see an animated movie with just one credits at the end of the sequence. There's 5 or 6, 15 companies at the end of those things.
I see the visual effects division of our company growing really big. I see that being 20 people eventually, probably within the next year or two.
The integrity of your honesty and who you are is what you take to the grave. Doesn't matter how much you make. Doesn't matter what you drew yesterday or how you've changed somebody's life. If you can't be honest or integral about how you produce your work and how you deliver it, then it doesn't matter how good your relationships are.